So good evening and welcome to Breathing Buddies. Yeah, I was kind of designing this little sequence for tonight and realised there was a theme emerging. It's about cycles, I guess. Some of the exercises, and it seemed appropriate. It feels like we're definitely end of summer. There's change afoot. So yeah, let's do some cyclical breath work in amongst what we usually do in these sessions. We're actually going to start with something I usually do at the end, just to kind of parachute us straight into feeling kind of relaxed. We're going to do the physiological sigh, which is an exercise. It was a Stanford study showing it's a really quick way of down regulating physical arousal and anxiety, physiological arousal and anxiety. So the instruction for this, dead easy. You're going to take a breath in, and you top it up with a little bit more, a little sip of air, and you let it go. And then for this one, I'd say usually breathe through your nose for everything, but you can breathe this out through your mouth if you want. If it feels nice to say, sigh it out, then you can do that. But if not, through your nose is fine as well. So we'll kind of do this together, sitting up as straight as you're able to, wherever you are. Take a breath in, top it up, sigh it out. Pause for a second, then a breath in, top it up, sigh it out. Pause a second, breath in, top it up, sigh it out. Now just sit for a moment. We're going to do that again. See if anything's changed already. Are you feeling that? Feeling your body, feeling your change to your state of mind. Just take some nice easy breaths now. Now we'll do another 3. So when you're ready, take a breath in, top it up, breathe it out. Breath in, top it up, exhale. Last one, breath in, top it up, breathe it out. And again now, just checking in with beginnings of any changes that might be going on to how you're feeling. Taking some nice easy breaths, however your body wants to breathe right now. So the next thing's a little exercise here. This is a diaphragm strengthening exercise, and it's a bit like trying to find that point. If you stood up and someone's kind of pushed you a bit, trying to find out where your centre of gravity is and working with that. A bit like doing a push-up for your diaphragm as well. So what we're going to do, I call this waveform breathing, by the way. It's a flowing breath cycle that mirrors a sine wave. So what we do is we inhale, then we exhale back to that neutral position where we usually stop exhaling to, and then we're going to squeeze some more air out, which is a bit unusual. We don't do that very often. Then we're going to breathe back into the neutral position, back out, back in. So basically it's just like breathing normally, but instead of stopping where you normally would, you push out a little bit more and then breathe back in again. So we're getting this kind of shape going on. So we're going to be breathing deep into your belly, into your abdomen as you're doing this, trying to avoid breathing into the upper chest, trying to avoid the shoulders moving, really concentrating on bringing the breath low into the belly, like you're kind of filling up a balloon, neck of the balloon in your neck, and then it fills up into your belly. So we'll do this together to begin with, and then I'll let you do it at your own pace. So we'll get into sync. So when you're ready, just exhale, and then breathe in, then out to that neutral position, and then squeeze some more air out, then breathe in again, right until you're full, out, squeeze some more air out, back in again, and out, back to that neutral position, then straight through, pushing some more air out, then in again, and out. Squeeze some more. Inhale again. Now I'll let you do this at your own pace. It's a really simple instruction. You've got to find your own pace for this, however it feels comfortable for you today. So say this is a little bit like doing a press up. You've got to be in control of it the whole time. The idea is not that when you get to that point of squeezing the air out that you then recoil back out. You need to be kind of in control of that squeeze and that expansion back out. So if you're doing a press up, you don't just drop to the floor. You slowly lower yourself to the floor and push yourself back up, and this is the same sort of thing here. So this is a way of strengthening the diaphragm, making sure we're engaging all the correct primary breathing muscles, so around the lower intercostals. And it's a way of working with the diaphragm without actually doing any physical exercise, which can be helpful for some people. You know, if you don't want to go out for a run, or I guess as well if you're injured and maybe not able to go out for a run, this is a good way of working the diaphragm. So a couple more rounds. The first of our cyclical breathing practices tonight. And then letting that go. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to calm things down a little bit now. Don't change anything about your breathing just yet. What I'd like you to do is just sit as tall as you can in your chair, nice straight back. Maybe roll your shoulders if you need to, just kind of get any extra tension out of your body that you can. Even if you can just become sort of 5% more relaxed, it's a good place to start. Lengthen your neck. Maybe give your jaw a wiggle if that's where you hold a bit of tension. Take the focus in up to your eyes. Can you relax all the musculature around your eyes, around your forehead? You have permission to let go for a little while. Once you can relax your eyes and your forehead, the scalp will follow. As we're moving up, taking your awareness up through the head to the back of the head, to the crown. Imagine it's a string pulling you up, nice and tall. And then imagine just above the crown of your head, tiny little halo. What I'd like you to do is trace with your head, very gently, just moving the head and maybe a bit of the neck, to trace that halo. When you've done sort of 5 or 6 rotations in one direction, back round the other way. You don't necessarily need to count, but just make sure you keep changing direction. It only needs to be a tiny little halo. Make it as small as you can manage, where it definitely feels like you're kind of able to trace its circumference. Really concentrating on drawing a circle. Noticing if it's easier in one direction than the other. It probably will be. We are asymmetrical creatures. Now that you're doing this, just jump straight in and notice if anything's happened to the way you're breathing. For most of us, what's happened now is that everything's slowed down, become very light. Something about this little mindful action that helps everything to settle down, to slow down, to become quiet. So this is a nice route into one of the core breathing exercises that we like to do in Breathing Buddies, which is breathe light. Do a few more traces of your imaginary halo. I'm sure you've all got halos. And then just drop that idea. Hands on your lap. Hopefully your breathing is naturally softened, naturally feels a bit lighter. So now I'd like you to take your focus to your nose, to your nostrils. Feel the slightly cooler air as it enters with each inhalation. Slightly warmer air as it leaves with each exhalation. So your focus is like the spotlight of consciousness. It keeps shining around, it gets distracted by things, but you can choose where to place it. So right now, you just need to place that focus, that spotlight, on your nostrils, on that feeling of the air moving in and out. And we can use this kind of breathing exercise as a way of strengthening our faculty of concentration. So concentration is the ability to hold the spotlight in one place. So for how long can you keep your mind on the feeling of the air moving in and out through your nose? Making your breathing very soft, very light. Don't worry about your mind wandering, it will wander. That's the nature of mind. Just bring that spotlight back to your nose. Now we've got this softer breathing going on, this light breathing. We're going to approach the crux of this exercise, which is to generate a little bit of air hunger. Air hunger is the feeling that you would like to be breathing a little bit more air, like to be taking a little bit of a bigger breath. And the caveat here is, if this starts to feel like you're not in control of your breathing, if it starts to feel uncomfortable beyond anything you are comfortable with holding on to, then just take a step back from the exercise, take a deeper breath, and decide whether or not you want to join back in. So you're already breathing lightly now. I'd like to breathe even less air. So if you're filling your container up to 100%, see if you can just fill it up to 70%. See if you can find the very edge of that feeling of air hunger, the very edge of that feeling that you'd like to be breathing a bit more air, and see if you can stay there. If you step too far into it, you might feel like your breathing becomes erratic. Take a step back, take some deeper breaths. And the reason this is a good thing to do, a good practice to have, to breathe a little bit less air, is because when we breathe a bit less air, we allow more carbon dioxide to remain in the blood. The concentration of carbon dioxide in your blood increases. This is what makes you want to breathe. It's the carbon dioxide is the primary trigger for ventilation. So as carbon dioxide increases in concentration, your desire to breathe increases. So we're playing around with that edge where you want to exhale some carbon dioxide, but you're just going to stay with it. Carbon dioxide works as a vasodilator. It opens up the blood vessels. You might start to feel your hands getting warm, your feet getting warm. It's also the catalyst that allows hemoglobin to let go of the oxygen. So by breathing a bit less air for a little while each day, you can improve blood flow around the body, you can improve oxygen delivery to your cells, tissues, organs, to your brain. It can really help to make you feel focused and calm. So if you're feeling like you'd like to be breathing a bit more air, that's positive feedback. That means you're doing the exercise correctly. If you're not quite there, just try and breathe a little bit less air once again. Very light, very gentle. Try and hide your breathing from me. Try and hide it from yourself. So that's the volume of it, but also the movement. We'll stay here just for another 30 seconds or so. Should be slight level of discomfort, just a manageable amount of discomfort. And over time, if you practice this, it becomes familiar. It becomes less of a feeling of discomfort and just another feeling. Okay, you can drop that exercise now. Take some fuller breaths. However you want to breathe right now, whatever your body wants to do. Now I'm going to breathe a little deeper. So, taking fuller breaths but fewer of them. Deep into the belly. Feeling the lateral movement of the ribs. Outwards with each inhalation, squeezing back in with each exhalation. We're not going to go and push into that negative space like we were earlier, just stopping breathing out at that natural point where your diaphragm wants to stop. And when we breathe deep, we create vagal tone. Vagus nerve is stimulated. Helps to get us into a parasympathetic state, a rest and digest state. Another way we can do this is to slow the breathing down. So we're going to do some paced breathing. I'm going to count, and we're going to follow along together. Really easy one to begin with. 1-to-1 ratio. Breathe in for 5, breathe out for 5. We'll do that for a few minutes. So when you're ready, if you exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let that go. Just take some nice, easy breaths. See how that sits in your body. What's changed? What stayed the same? We're going to move into a little sequence now. Cycle. With slightly sort of ever expanding breath holds at the top of the breath. So we're always going to breathe in for 4. We're always going to breathe out for a count of 8. And then at the top, we're going to hold our breath. So we're going to breathe in for 4, hold for 2, out for 8. We'll do a few rounds like that. Then in for 4, hold for 4, out for 8. And then we'll do a couple of rounds of in for 4, hold for 8, out for 8. We'll only do a couple of those. And then we'll do it in reverse. Holding for 4, holding for 2. It's a nice kind of arch form to it. So we need to get in sync again. So when you're ready, exhale, then breathe in, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale. Next round we'll hold for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Next time I'm going to hold for 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Next time, just a little hold for 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let that go. Just take some nice easy breaths. Whatever you need right now. Almost at the end now. To tie things up. Pretty a cyclical structure to the whole session. We'll end with a round of 3 physiological sighs just to tie things up again. So when you're ready, you take a breath in, top it up, and sigh it out. Breathe out however feels good. Little pause, then breathe in again. Top it up, sigh it out. Little pause at the bottom there. Breathe in, top it up, and sigh it out. And with that, I'll say thank you for coming along to Breathing Buddies this week.